Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Neeti Goyal from Indira Gandhi National College, District Kurukshetra. Today we are going to discuss about a module, Management, the conceptual framework under paper, Principle and Practices of Management. Learning outcome. After completing this module, the students will be able to understand the meaning of management, understand the nature and features of management, define the process and functions of management, importance of management, and the levels of management. Management. Management is indispensable wherever human efforts are to be undertaken collectively to achieve certain objective. Management integrates the human and the physical resources for efficient achievement of objectives. Without the leadership provided by management, the resources of production remain resources only. According to Theo Heyman, management has three different meanings. Management as a noun refers to a group of managers. Management as a process refers to functions of management, that is planning, organizing, directing, controlling, etc. Management as a discipline refers to the subject of management. It is required not only in business enterprises but to all kinds of organizations wherever resources are deployed to achieve some objectives. It is a specific organ of all kinds of organizations, since every organization needs to utilize their limited resources most efficiently and effectively for achievement of their goals. Without management, there will be chaos, wastage of time, efforts, and resources. Although management is pervasive, our discussion is confined to managing a business enterprise only. The quality of management has a major implication on the growth and prosperity of the enterprise. Management is dynamic and gives life to every organization. The aim of management is to accomplish desired goals. To achieve goals, one needs to deploy resources. Management aims at judicious use of these resources. In today's competitive world, the quality of management lays the foundation of the enterprise. Conceptual framework of management. As we can see here, management relates to taking decisions regarding various resources, that is, the human, physical, and capital resources to achieve the objectives of the business organization. Definitions of management. Henry Fayol, who is known as the father of modern management, defined management as management is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and control activities of others. F.W. Taylor defined management as management is the art of knowing what is to be done and seeing that it is done in the best possible manner. According to Joseph Massey, management is the process by which cooperative group directs actions towards common goals. Henry Sisk defines management is the coordination of all resources through the process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling in order to attain stated goals. Tho Harmon and William Scott defines management as social and technical process that utilizes resources, influences human action, and facilitates changes in order to accomplish an organization's goals. According to Robert Krentner, management is a process of working with and through others to achieve organizational objectives in changing environment. Central to this purpose is the effective and efficient use of limited resources. According to Harold Kuntz, management is the art of getting things done through and with people in formally organized groups. According to Peter Drucker, management is a multi-purpose organ that manages business and manages managers and manages workers and work. Mary Parker Follett defines management as the art of getting things done through people. A manager is one who contributes to the organization's goals indirectly by directing the efforts of others, not by performing the task himself. On the other hand, a person who is not a manager makes his contribution to the organization's goals directly by performing the task himself. All management definitions have something in common. As we have studied all the definitions, we can see that all definitions have something in common, though all definitions are different. The similarity between all the definitions is management is carried out in order to achieve some objective. It puts together the human, physical, and the capital resources. It is the art of getting things done. Management functions, or the process of management. There are 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. The first function of management is planning. Planning is deciding in advance what is to be done, how it is to be done, and when it is to be done, who will do it, and how the results are to be evaluated. Planning is the most fundamental of all management functions. First of all, the objectives of the business are determined, and after that, the plans are made to achieve those objectives. Second function is organizing. Organizing provides structure to the organization. Organizing refers to identifying the activities to be carried out, grouping similar activities, establishing relationship among the activities in terms of superior-subordinate relationships. It establishes the authority and responsibility relationship among the activities. Staffing. Staffing refers to putting the right person at right place. It provides competent people to fill various positions created out of the organizational structure. Staffing should be done very carefully. If the right person is not employed at right place, all efforts go haywire. Directing. Directing aims at guiding the activities towards achieving a common goal. It leads to action. Managers get the work done by providing the right and a uniform direction to work. The above-mentioned functions of management create preconditions, while directing makes use of all these preconditions to achieve the desired results. A manager directs employees through communication, that is, the exchange of ideas, understanding, and information from one person to other. Leadership. Guiding and influencing the work is called as leadership. And motivation, which is encouraging the employees to give their best to the organization. The last function of management is controlling. It is the process of ensuring that the actual outcome is consistent with the planned objectives. It involves measuring and comparing the actual outcome with the plans and finding out the deviations, and if deviations are found, taking corrective measures. Control process. Under control, we first measure the performance, then we compare the actual performance with the planned objectives. As a third step, we find out the deviations between the actual performance and the planned objectives. After that, the corrective measures are taken only if there are major deviations. Minor deviations in the plans, in achievement of plans, are ignored. Features of management. First feature of management is it is a continuous process. Management is a circular process which never ends. It is concerned with constantly identifying the problem and solving them by taking adequate steps. The process of management starts with planning and ends with controlling. New plans need to be designed as per the needs. If the results are not achieved as per the plans, plans are revised again. This way, management becomes a continuous and never-ending process. It lasts till the organization lasts. The second feature of management is pervasive. Management is required everywhere. Management is a vital aspect in any organized group activity. Management is required not only for running a business but for any organized group activity, be educational, charitable, and religious institutions, etc. Third feature of management is result oriented. The goal of management is to achieve the desired objectives. Management makes group efforts more effective. The group as a whole cannot realize its objectives unless and until there is mutual cooperation and coordination among the members of the group. Management creates teamwork and team spirit in an organization by developing a sound organizational structure. It brings the human and material resources together and motivates the people for the achievement of goals of the organization. The fifth feature of management is an integrative force. Management aims at integrating the human resources with physical and capital resources. Human efforts are directed towards the effective use of these resources so that the desired result can be achieved in the best possible way. Managers also seek to harmonize the individual's goals with the organizational goals for the smooth working of the organization. The next feature of management is multidisciplinary. Management deals with both human and physical resources. To manage people is a much difficult task than managing physical resources. A manager needs to be good at understanding the emotions, feelings, and aspirations. So, management is a very complex job. Therefore, management uses knowledge from many different subjects such as psychology, sociology, economics, information technology, etc. Therefore, it is disciplinary in nature. Management is flexible. Management aims at achieving the objectives in the future. Various plans are made to achieve those objectives. However, future is uncertain, so a manager needs to be flexible in his approach and enough scope should be there to incorporate the necessary changes. Owners and managers may be different. In small organizations, generally, the owner manages the business himself, but the need of management arises when there are so many people to do the work. In large organizations, generally, management is separate from ownership. The managers are highly qualified professionals who are hired from outside. Management is both an art and science. An effective management is a blend of both science and art. Science provides the principles, and the art is the application of these principles. As science, there is a specialized field of knowledge that exists. Over the year, the principles of management have been identified. Frederick W. Taylor made significant contribution to the development of management science. He propounded the fundamental principles of scientific management. Even though management is a science, as it possesses a systemized body of knowledge which has evolved through observation and repeated experimentation, it is not an exact science like natural sciences, since management deals with the behavior of people in the organization. Behavior of people is much more complex and variable, and it is difficult to do the controlled experiments. As a result, management principles cannot be applied directly as a rule of thumb, but they just serve as a guide in decision making and problem solving. The application of these principles depend on the ability and the creativity of the manager. There is no hard and fast rule for the application of these principles. Different situations arise which require the application of the specialized field of knowledge. But the way these principles are applied distinguishes a successful manager from an unsuccessful one. Thus, management is both a science and an art. Developments in the field of knowledge of management help in the improvement of its practice, and improvements in the practice of management spur further research, resulting in further development of management principles. Next, management is intangible. Management is intangible, that is, it cannot be seen and touched, but it can be felt and realized by its results. Good management leads to the successful enterprise, but an unsuccessful management leads to its failure. Management is dynamic. Management is dynamic in nature. That is, management is creative and innovative. An organization will survive and succeed only if it is dynamic. It must continuously bring in new and creative ideas, new products, new product features, new ads, new marketing techniques, etc. Importance of management. Management is concerned with acquiring maximum prosperity with minimum efforts. Management is essential wherever group efforts are required to be directed towards achievement of common goals. It is said that anything minus management amounts to nothing. The following points further highlight the significance of management. Achieving the objectives. The ultimate goal of management is to achieve the objectives of the enterprise. It adds effectiveness to the efforts of the group of persons involved in achieving those objectives. Optimum utilization of resources. Management aims at optimum utilization of the physical and the human resources. The available resources of production are put to use in such a way that all sort of wastage and inefficiencies are reduced to a minimum. Workers are motivated to put in their best performance by inspiring leadership. Through the optimum use of available resources, management accelerates the process of economic growth. Management reduces costs. In the modern era of intense competition, only those concerns can survive in the market which can produce goods of better quality at minimum cost. A study of principles of management helps in knowing certain techniques used for reducing costs. Management, by decreasing cost, increases the profits and thus provides opportunity for future growth and development. Management establishes a sound organization. Efficient management creates a sound organization. It not only establishes a sound organizational structure but also employs the right type of people at right place to carry further the operations of the enterprise. Change and growth. A business enterprise operates in a constantly changing environment. Changes in business environment creates uncertainties and risk and also produce opportunities for growth. Sound management makes effective SWOT analysis to ensure the success of the business. Management provides innovation. Management gives new ideas, imagination, and vision to the enterprise. Social benefits of management. Management is useful not only for the business firms but to the society as a whole. It improves the standard of living of people through higher production and more efficient use of scarce resources. By establishing cordial relations among different social groups, management promotes peace and prosperity in the society. Levels of management. There may be different levels or layers of management in an organization depending upon its size, technical facilities, and the range of production. Broadly, there are three levels of management: top level, middle level, and lower level management. As we can see here, top level, the main function of top level is planning function and policy formulation. Lower level executes the plan and the policies, and middle level serves as a link between the top and the lower management. We are discussing top management in detail now. Top management lays down the goals, policies, and plans for the enterprise. It consists of company presidents, executives, vice presidents, chairman, and other key officers. Top management is the ultimate source of authority. It is accountable to the owners of the business for the overall management. The important functions of top management include establishment of the goals, objectives, and overall policies for the enterprise. To assemble the resources, that is, men, material, money, and machines. To exercise effective control on the operations, and the last function is to provide overall leadership to the enterprise. Middle management. The job of middle management is to implement the policies and plans framed by the top management. Most importantly, they serve as a link between the top and the lower level. They consist of sales managers, personnel managers, and other departmental heads. They are responsible to the top management for the functioning of their departments. The following are the main functions of middle management. First, to implement the policies of the top management. Second, to recruit and select suitable operative and supervisory staff. Third, to compile all the instructions and issue them to the supervisor under their control. Fourth, to motivate personnel to attain higher productivity and to reward them properly. Fifth, to ensure cooperation among the various departments for smooth functioning of the entire organization. Sixth, to report to the top management. And seventh is to communicate the problems of the lower level management. Then, the lower or the operative management. Lower management basically performs the executory function. It consists of foreman, supervisors, sales officers, accounts officers, and so on. They are in direct touch with the rank and file or workers. Their authority and responsibility is limited. They pass on the instructions of the middle management to the workers. They prepare the short-term or operating plans. They are also involved in the day-to-day decision making. They have to get the work done through the workers. They allot various jobs to the workers, evaluate their performance, and report to the middle level management. They are more concerned with direction and control functions of the management. They devote more time in the supervision of the workers. Management versus administration. The use of the two terms management and administration are generally used interchangeably, but the two terms are different. The difference between management and administration can be summarized as under. Management versus administration. Management is an art of getting things done through others by directing their efforts towards achievement of predetermined goals, while administration is concerned with formulation of broad objectives, plans, and policies. Management constitutes the employees of the organization who are paid remuneration in form of salaries and wages, while administration represents the owners of the enterprise who earn return on their capital invested and profits in the form of dividend. Management is a middle and a lower level function, while administration is a top level function. Management is a doing function because managers get work done under their supervision. Administration is a thinking function because plans and policies are determined under it. Management is applicable to business concerns, that is, profit making organizations, while administration is basically applicable to non business concerns, that is, clubs, schools, hospitals, etc. Management decides how to do, while administration decides what is to be done and when it is to be done. The management decisions are influenced by the values, opinions, beliefs, and decisions of the managers, while administration is influenced by public opinion, government policies, religious organizations, customs, etc. In practice, there is no difference between management and administration. Every manager has to perform both administrative functions and operative management functions. However, higher the hierarchical level of the manager, he denotes more time on administrative function, and the lower level denote more time on directing and controlling workers' performance, that is, management. So students, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. Management is a binding force that binds various resources. It brings all the resources together and efficiently utilizes them to help accomplish the organization's goals. Kuntz and O'Donnell have rightly observed there is no more important area of human activity than management, since its task is that of getting things done through others. This assumes greater significance in business activities. The various factors of production could never become productive without the catalyst of management. It is now widely recognized that management is an important factor of growth of any country. Thank you.